Also, Dr. Gam Nkwi.
Yeah, I am.
Peruse.
Yes, sir.
Professor Peruse. We are, dear viewers, he's a man of different faces, but he's the same person. He's a professional lecturer. He's a simple man, as you saw in the second interview, and he's a man of culture. As you can see him dressed in his regalia. My dear viewers, we are going to conclude this interview with his publications. As I was saying earlier, when I went through this, I was just so touched and inspired. And it came to me that if we cooperate with God's grace, we can do wonders. Professor is going to tell us how he was able to research on write on all these books, but I'm so interested in some of the books here, which I will just list. They're not because it shows that he had questions that he wanted to provide answers to. And I think it's important that we look at them. Now, before I forget, Professor has, apart from public lectures, he has given conferences, symposiums, and visitations, and he has been a visiting fellowship in the different parts of the world, as you can see here, international conferences. Professor, in a nutshell, I have here with me (114) conferences you've delivered.
Those are the ones that I can remember.
That you can remember. Can you imagine, viewers? 114. I want the professor to just give us a summary of some of the lectures, some of the conferences he delivered that he can never forget, that they're still very clear in his mind. Yes.
No, I think, as a matter of fact, all the conferences have been important.
Okay.
Or our workshop.
Yeah.
I think there are some which are more important than others.
Okay, Professor.
George Orwell told us that all the pigs have 4 legs, but there are more pigs than others. Animal Farm.
Yes.
Yeah, so there are lectures and there are more lectures.
Yes.
I think, and I will lead you why one lecture was important than the other.
Okay.
I think in 2003, from August to early September, I was in Dakar.
Okay. Senegal.
Dakar is symbolic. That's a gateway which France entered Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, they entered Africa. And in Dakar,
yes, bro.
I was presenting a proposal on elites in Cameroon. Okay?
Yes, bro.
That led me to one of my first serious hit in no regional competition in Cameroon, the case study of Suela.
Okay.
Yeah. 2, I knew Nyamjo, Francis.
Yes.
Who, in a way, like me, because Nyamjo is all over. He's a sociologist.
Okay.
He's a playwright. He's an anthropologist. He's a novelist. He's a comedian. If you go closer to him, okay, you will know that he's a comedian. I used to tell him to study anthropology of laughter.
Can he smile?
He will make you laugh.
Okay.
He will make you laugh all the time.
I see.
So I met him there.
I see.
I met him in Dakar. So that was important of it. And so I also there were only 12 of us. In fact, it was only last week, 2 weeks ago, that I got to connect to Wale. Wale is in King's College in London.
Okay.
Yes. He's one of the sharpest guys that was in our workshop. So he's Yoruba.
Okay.
Yes, he's Yoruba. Unfortunately, he got married in 2014 or so. I couldn't go to Lagos. He invited me.
Oh.
Yeah. So there is there's this lady in Nairobi who I'm forgetting her name. Oh my God, I'm forgetting her name. But she's in Nairobi. We're there together.
Okay.
So we also know each other. And then the second this one got to my publication. 2,
yes.
I got to know Nyamjo. Then the second one was in St. Louis. You know St. Louis?
It's St. Louis here in Missouri.
No, not the one, not St. Louis in Missouri. The St. Louis in Dakar.
Oh wow! So
St. Louis is about 375 kilometers from Dakar.
Okay.
where you pass Pont Fedeb.
Wow.
You know Fedeb? Fedeb was the high priest of French colonization. He was the one who was baptizing French.
Okay.
So he has a whole bridge in his name. Pont Fedeb.
Okay.
In
In Dakar.
In Dakar, no, in Saint Louis.
Okay.
So I was in Saint Louis for one month. It was really milling. I was milled into social history because I'm really a social historian.
I see.
I was milled into social history.
Yeah. I see. Interesting. You really milled into social history.
Yeah. Then I come back and go down to Bangalore,
India.
Yes, where I presented Afro-Com and cultural importance to become people. My presentation in Bangalore, there was this professor who had come with a wife from Sweden. They were really amazed with the presentation. And they linked me up to the professor who was at the head of the literature department in the University of Johannesburg.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
I was to go to the professor in Johannesburg in August because there was a conference in the KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah,
and this professor had told the professor in Johannesburg that I had a very interesting story to tell. And so I got an invitation to come down and present the story. And what is the name of this woman? She has written a very interesting book. Oh my God, I would have loved to give you the name, but it's a very big name in African literature.
Okay.
So while in Pietermaritzburg and KwaZulu-Natal, I met Professor Abiola Irile. Do you know Professor Abiola Irile?
I know he's Nigerian, right?
Yeah. Do you know him?
I've seen that. I've heard that name somewhere.
Yeah.
Abiola.
Yeah, I think he worked in the US here. Professor Abiola Irile is the first black to have a PhD in French.
First black. First African.
Yes, have a PhD in French.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, he lived almost all his life in the US here. He's so rest in peace.
Amen.
And when I gave my talk, Professor really called me from behind. Just listen to the train.
Yes, bro.
Call me. You're from Cameroon, yeah. Yes. Do you know Nalova Lunga? I said, that's my boss. That's where I come from. He said, can you go and greet him for me? I said, of course, but do you have your business card? He said, yes. Just write something behind, then I will give it to Nalova.
Okay.
While in Boya, I went down to center administration and I told the secretary of Nalova that I wanted to see Nalova. And I gave Nalova. Where did you see this man? I said, we were in a conference together. My God. It was unthinkable. How? You in a conference with this man? I said, of course. That's why I'm giving you the card. I'm giving you the card. It's a big name. It's an intimidating name in African literature. Google Abiola Irile. It's an intimidating name. And how did Abiola Irile know Nalova? Abiola Irile had a scholarship to study French in Sorbonne.
Okay.
While in Sorbonne, he was living in a hotel. At the same time, Fondon was in Sorbonne.
Okay.
Fondon told him that you can't study French in a hotel. Come and live with the students, and you will improve your French. He came down now. So when Fondon went back to Cameroon, Fondon was in the department of literature and languages.
Yes. And
all the PhD supervision, he brought down this man to Cameroon. Yeah, that was the link.
Okay.
So now, after that, I think when I started my PhD in Leiden, 2007, was African Studies Center in Leiden is behind the train station.
Okay.
So I was going to the train station. Then I saw this guy with this America has wonderful caps. These are cowboy caps.
Yes.
And then they were like wondering where they were going to. And then I spotted Prof. I said, Prof, what are you doing here? He said they were looking for African Studies Center. I said, follow me. I took him like Moses taking out the Israelis from Egypt.
Okay.
And then at the African Studies Center, he told me that, okay, in the evening he's taking me for dinner. I could not go alone. I went and took my Ghanaian student friend to say, come, there's somebody who wants to give us dinner. But little did we know that he was giving dinner from his pocket.
Okay.
This guy gave us dinner for 50. He took us to an Ethiopian restaurant.
Wow.
He gave us dinner for 50 euro. He paid.
Each.
And paid. I cried that Prof. really died. And I was not able even to write something about him. And that was how South Africa brought me into the limelight. There, even inside the University of Boya, Naloa did not even know me because I was an assistant lecturer without even a PhD. To be in a conference with this man. And the literature conference, not history. International Association of English Literature. Not even
history.
I said, but there are people here in literature, they don't even know this. How did you get it?
Good.
It's okay. So Nalova started monitoring me now. Then the biggest problem, not the problem, the biggest breakthrough in Nalova was when Shelley Adena is 97 now.
Okay.
She lives on the Plantation Road in Oxford.
Okay.
This is the woman and the husband who opened the National Archives in Boya, in Cameroon.
Wow, they opened it and
They
founded
were those who founded the archives.
Okay.
In 1959.
Wow.
So now, this woman was coming down. And Nalova was looking for somebody who would talk about archives.
Okay.
In Cameroon, Europe, or whatever, in comparative perspective. That was a Thursday. Nalova got to me on Tuesday. And I told her that I would try. She said, what does it know about trying? I said, I will try. Finally, then I fall down on this staircase and die.
Can't fall.
Will you take my corpse to go and present it? Then, that day came. There's this boy, I forgot his name, he's in Canada now. He used to work at the IT center.
Okay.
That's my first PowerPoint in Boya. Now I beamed the archives in Basel, beamed Kew Gardens, beamed Boya. Because within that 24 hours, I interviewed the guy, Primus Fogwe, may his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
I interviewed Primus Fogwe.
Yeah.
The fire extinguisher that was in the archives in Boya, which you see there today, was bought in 1959. So I was showing the precarity of the Boya archives compared to what archives are all over the world, because a spark of fire will burn that thing completely. And there will be even no fire extinguisher. After that, I was taken to the staff restaurant.
Yeah.
To eat
and fed.
To eat and dine with queens. When you wash your hands,
you can eat it endless.
There, the current vice chancellor was PK Titanji. The former one was Rose Njoma. Okay. Shelley Adena was there. I was looking like, then I think it was Njoma who told me, why is she knowing me now? I didn't know when she was here. The following day, Nalova convoked me to her office. And why do I not have a PhD? Yes. I was very blunt.
Yes.
Sympathetic, also showing that you are really desperate, you really need this PhD. Okay. But frank. Because as a teacher teaching full time, to get time, leave of absence,
yes,
to go study or do research, is not as easy as you always think.
That is true. It's difficult.
Do you know what she told me?
No.
Whenever I write application on leave of absence, I should do an advance copy to her. So immediately I put application. Nalova was the deputy vice chancellor in charge of teaching. So he's the closest to the vice chancellor.
I see.
So immediately I put the file in the faculty. Before they were initiated, I'm giving a copy. And she goes straight to the vice chancellor, PK Tidani. And that's how I completed my PhD.
I see.
So it goes way back. And what happened then was also that when I finally finished, the day I was to come and defend, Alova just called me in the office. Tell me that you are a very lucky boy. The vice chancellor have said that you should come down to the finance office and take 550,000 francs as part of your air ticket. 550, my man.
500.
550,000. Bon. To be given to somebody who did not even expect 50,000.
God is great.
God is great.
Wow.
God paves our way. Can't we don't get there. Now God is trying to apply.
Oh, doctor.
But you go by that, I was not singing nonsense.
Okay.
Can't we don't get there. Now
Yeah.
God is trying to apply. Now, I jetted out to Leiden. 24th of May, I was dressed like you.
Yes.
And Viva Voce went in successfully.
Okay.
I have a whole CD for it. 45-minute CD.
Okay.
I have a CD for it. But the first guy I called was the vice chancellor.
To inform
PK
her.
Tidanji. I said, I'm Mr. Nkwi. I just turned Dr. Nkwi. When I called, he was not, he was a driver. Because driver I picked the call. I said,
Okay.
I'm telling you that's an international call.
Call.
So I got the vibe. He said, give me an international call. I said, Mr. Nkwi, I just turned Dr. Nkwi.
Okay. He was
He
excited.
said, once you are down, come down to the office.
Okay.
And I went down to the office. We took lunch together in his house, called the wife, and told the wife that he's bringing the newest doctor in his house.
Oh.
And I ate with PK Tidanji fast and fast.
Fudging.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So it happened. These things happen. You might talk, they're very little, but
Yeah.
they
No.
They
They
mean a
really
lot.
mean.
That my relationship with Alova did not even end.
Okay.
Because I think in 2015, I was teaching with my friend Henry. You will come to know Henry Camp. My story cannot be ending without Henry Camp.
Okay.
Somebody called Henry outside. When we finished the class, Henry told me that somebody had called him and told him that they were making appointments in higher education.
Okay.
You know what happened to Philip? When they told Philip about Jesus Christ and he said that there's nothing good comes from Nazareth.
That's true.
Was Philip no?
It was
The guy in the Bible who said that nothing good comes from
nothing good can come from jail.
from Nazareth.
From Nazareth.
Yeah, that was the guy. Wait a minute, forget about the story.
Yeah.
When the guy told me,
Yes.
I told him that, why are you telling me this? What do I have to do with appointment? Those who are in CBDM knows best what is the appointment. Guy, up to date, I will never believe that Henry did not know that they are appointed. You know that the distance between the class and the office is not up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Really, I sat down. My nephew called me. Say, Uncle, congratulations. I said, what has happened? He said, you have been appointed as the faculty officer in Bamenda. I said, no. I'm a boy, they cannot appoint me in Bamenda, but this cannot be an April Fool.
Okay.
He said, nobody knows me in the ministry, so how can they appoint me? They said, no.
Is there?
I have my name. And then all of a sudden, there was this crowd on top of me singing.
Oh.
As a faculty officer.
Yes.
In faculty
of Bamenda.
No, Boya.
Oh, Boya, okay.
But in the faculty of engineering and technology.
Hmm.
That is because of the thesis.
Oh.
That I wrote on technology.
Yes.
And I came and gave Nalova a copy.
Okay.
It took 6 months, we never met. No, we only met when we doing installation.
Okay.
Then she came greeting people. When she came to me, I did not greet her. I hugged her.
Oh.
And the camera pity. They were always crazy. They were was in that. Those guy crazy boy this. Okay.
Yeah, just yourself.
Yeah. So now, he stayed on. So one day we met in front of the central administration. She told me that she saw my CV. Now my CV is too rich, but it lacks the component of administration in university system.
Okay.
And she knew that I was not going to accept it. That one she never told me before. But I never knew. Came by surprise. I thanked her. And do you know that when I was interviewed for the job in Leiden,
Never.
and the second interview was because I was a faculty officer.
You see.
They commanded me, what did I do as a faculty officer? That was the biggest thing that I had above everybody that applied for that job.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is the story of me and Alova. That is short today. So now I've taken you from Bangalore, I've given you the reason. Yes. That has not ended.
Yeah.
The Bangalore story ended here in November in Washington.
In Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, I was here in Washington last November.
Wow.
In Maryland. When I was giving a talk on the Afro.
Okay.
Yes, the personification of a sculptor of a statue.
Okay.
Because they saw that amongst all the cult historians, I was the only person who had written something on Afro. And they invited me. They paid my flight. They fed me. So I came over here to do that.
Okay.
So, Kalibi.
Yes, it's like this. Give me a camera, let me take a photo.
Okay.
He's recording.
No, you have immortalized yourself, which is good. No problem.
We're almost done.
You
can take.
You do.
Fix the places like this.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
So I see. So you in Washington, spoke about Afro.
Yeah. Have you seen it there? I don't know whether it is there. It was a keynote.
It's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Since it was recently done.
Yeah. So that's why I tell you that this one is just like,
Okay.
I'm not finished.
They're not updated. It's not always easy to update. Wow. I really congratulate you for being passionate about especially topics about where you were born.
Good. That's a very interesting topic that I want our viewers.
Yes.
Charity begins
At home.
Never ignore your village in scholarship. There's nothing that I write and not income. I've written on the sacred forest and the mythical python.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
And what am I talking about? I'm talking about livelihood sustainability. Income. And what am I trying to show? I also try to show that the climate change we're talking about, the common people had already known about climate change. They are conscious of it. Through their snake, through their mixing forest, like a sacred forest. Where laws are kept, you cannot cut down a tree there. I try to do that. I've written about Wengfang, children of newness. Because children are very important in common society.
Okay.
I've taken a photo, I've read history through the work of art, symbolism, the adventures, the wars, the theft of history by the Western world. So that is really to make it happen. Don't ignore it until you start it.
Okay. Don't ignore it.
The most interesting one,
Yes.
which I'm still working on now, was letter writers. Have you ever heard about letter writers?
No.
Oh my God. The most interesting part of it.
Tell me more about letter writing.
Letter writers were a crop of people. During the British colonial administration.
Yeah.
To write letters to those who are not being able to go to school.
Oh yes, you were typing it for them.
Yes.
Okay.
And they were mostly writing these letters for the colonial administration.
Okay.
Communication is power.
It is.
So you had these letter writers in Com.
Were they Cameroonians?
Of course.
Okay.
Everybody's a letter writer, but depending how you categorize them.
Okay.
But the most interesting one was the story of one guy who wants to invite somebody's child to ride.
Yeah.
You have to give him a tip.
Okay.
Something like a pay.
Yes.
And then there was this man who had all the children in the compound were going to school. But he would never
Give them a tip.
Yes. They call this guy first time, call second time, third time.
Mm-hmm.
This guy you have a very magnetic brain. Because when you write a letter,
Yes.
you read it back to the person, to the author, and then the author accepts before you put it in the envelope.
Okay.
So that evening, this guy came and sat. Whatever this man was saying, he would only write that just for nothing.
Okay.
Just for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Just for nothing. Put it in an envelope. No, he had to read it back. He had cramped everything.
Yes.
When the man was telling him, tell them everything, the man said the letter was okay. Put an envelope
And sent.
After 1 month, the letter came back. Which kind of letter did this? Then they called the man. The man said, but after writing you letters, you don't pay me. You don't give me even sugar cane. You don't even give me bananas. So I'm writing only for nothing. That one was writing just for nothing. Just for nothing. just for
Just
nothing.
for nothing.
Yeah. So they were letter writers.
Okay.
Yeah, and mostly these were this crop of people. There were some literate, there were some semi-literate,
Mm-hmm.
there were some writing broken languages, broken English, but they wanted to write.
I see.
They wanted to write. So I really tried to capture a lot in common. But there's still a lot again to capture. There's a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, because if everybody was to write the history
Of his
where he comes
village.
from,
Yeah.
you have a lot. That's really, really.
Undoubtedly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I tried to see those who bought in first radios.
Okay.
Remove radios.
Yes.
Those who have cameras, those are turntables.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really elites. Those who bought cars.
Yes.
Yeah. Those who came from the plantation. So that is what I try to do.
Okay. And you encourage our viewers to do that also.
Exactly. It's the best. It's the best. You know the best bush is virgin bush.
Yes.
A black bush.
Yes.
You don't argue with anybody. You don't argue with anybody. Go to your virgin bush and begin to clear it. Get literature this way, get colors this way, get this way, clear your black bush where you know the bush. You cannot dispute on something that I write on top.
Okay.
You are equal.
Because you're writing with authority.
You know compass. No, it can't happen. It can't happen. I will disprove you.
Yeah.
At every level I will disprove you.
Wow.
I will
That's
disprove you.
common in total.
Yes, I will disprove you. And it is in a process. Like today,
Yes, Prof.
when we were talking with Delphine, I will not pick on the father. I know the father. I know the father.
You know the family.
Yes, I know the family. I will start to dig right now. I'll start to dig right now. And gradually, I will arrive.
Yes.
Because I have a book structure that I want to write about tailors.
Okay.
Tailors.
Yes.
Tailors in colonial com.
Hmm.
Those are great people, eh? Tailor.
Yeah, thanks to them, people could dress well.
Of course. Tailor has become a name. Tailor Gam. Tailor Salah.
Okay.
That's what they call them.
I
They were
see.
the first tailors. The father was a tailor by excellence.
Wow.
Par excellence.
Excellent.
But these are people that will ignore them.
Oh.
And now I told you that Sobatini, these are the best people. People will ignore, people who don't. Let's forget about people who paraded in the corridors of power. And
Yes.
Take the powerless people. Those are the best people.
Thank you, Prof. We're going to conclude with some of your books which are very intriguing here. You have Singing Our Unsung Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
I've always spoken about this. I'm glad you got a book about it. We don't recognize our own, especially in Cameroon.
Yeah, that's the name, Manu de Bango.
Okay, yeah, remember Manu de Bango celebrating Cameroon music.
Yeah.
It was published in 2021.
Yes, yeah. But Manu de Bango passed on, was one of the first casualties of COVID.
Oh,
In France.
okay.
He died in France.
Oh,
And I was talking with Professor Nyamjo.
yes.
Because Professor Nyamjo also runs a publishing house,
Okay.
Langa.
Yes. I've heard of this Langa. He has
Yes.
published so many books.
Yes. So I got, because an edited book is the easiest book you can write.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
You get to those whom you know will deliver and deliver on time.
Yes.
And they will be very fast on that. That's why the book took it. He died in 2020 and this book came out in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
to be honest, to edit it, I really worked there and
Yes.
to put it together.
To put it together.
Piece it
Wow.
together.
Congratulations. So different people wrote about him.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Interesting.
There was someone who also wrote about Makosa in Cameroon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for organizing such a thing
Yeah.
and knowing the right buttons to press.
Exactly. And then the book, if you want to edit a book at the time, you say, you put it in a marketplace. People should write abstract. People should write this. That book will never finish.
Okay. So the best is to
Yeah.
appoint.
This is the book I'm writing. George, can you send me 10,000 words on this?
On this topic.
Once George says yes, George will say deliver it. Emil, can you tell me 8,000 words? That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the secret of it.
Thank you for letting me know.
Mm.
Then you have the African modernities and mobilities and ethnographic history of Com.
Yes.
Wow, you got the history of Com
Yes.
from 1800 to 2008.
Yeah. In fact, this is really an extension of my thesis.
Okay.
What did not go into my thesis because my supervisor said, no, put this out. When I finish it now, I became an authority.
Of course.
Yes, then
You
I
can.
I don't want to write myself. I wrote it the way I wanted.
Exactly.
I wrote it
as
the way,
big as you want.
yes, I wrote it the way I wanted it to be written. You understand?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's all the conflicts we face with the supervisors.
Mhm.
So remove that.
But I didn't just do